The 2024 election saw Donald Trump return to the White House, a moment that has sent shockwaves through the nation. This victory has unleashed a wave of racist attacks across the country, with incidents of hate crimes and racial violence spiking dramatically. Black Americans in particular have become targets, facing an unprecedented level of hostility and fear. Many are receiving terrifying messages on their phones, messages that are designed to instill fear and anxiety. These messages are not just insults, they are filled with explicit threats and hateful language, meant to terrorize. They are full of explicit threats and hateful language, creating a climate of fear and uncertainty. These digital attacks are a new form of terror, leveraging technology to spread hate and intimidation. They aim to intimidate and silence marginalized communities, making them feel unsafe in their own country. The anonymity of the internet emboldens these perpetrators, giving them a sense of invincibility. They feel they can act without consequence, hiding behind screens and fake profiles. This surge in hate speech is deeply troubling, highlighting the dark underbelly of our society. The situation is a stark reminder of the deep-seated racism that still plagues America, a legacy that continues to haunt us. It is a painful testament to the work that still needs to be done, a call to action for all who believe in justice and equality. The question now is, how do we combat this new wave of hate? How do we come together to create a safer, more inclusive society for everyone? The content of these messages is chilling, often leaving the recipient in a state of shock and disbelief. They often contain racial slurs and death threats, targeting individuals based on their race, ethnicity, or beliefs. Some messages even glorify slavery and the Confederacy, hearkening back to a dark and painful history. The language is designed to dehumanize and instill fear, stripping away the dignity of the recipient. Recipients have shared their experiences, revealing the deep emotional scars left by these messages. They speak of the emotional toll these messages take, often leading to feelings of isolation and despair. The fear and anxiety are constant, affecting their daily lives and mental well-being. Many feel vulnerable and unsafe in their own communities, always looking over their shoulders. One message read, "You're going back to picking cotton," a cruel reminder of a painful past. Another threatened, "We'll make sure you don't live to see another election," instilling a sense of imminent danger. These messages are not just words on a screen, they are a form of psychological warfare. They are weapons intended to inflict pain and terror, leaving lasting impacts on the victims' lives. The FBI and FCC are investigating these incidents with utmost urgency. They recognize the gravity of the situation and the potential impact on public safety. Tracking down the perpetrators is a top priority for these agencies. However, the digital nature of these attacks presents significant challenges, making the investigation complex. Civil rights organizations are demanding justice and accountability for these actions. The NAACP has strongly condemned the attacks, calling them a violation of human rights. They call for swift and decisive action against those responsible for these heinous acts. This is not free speech, they argue, but rather a form of hate speech that incites violence. This is hate speech, and it has no place in our society, they insist. The Southern Poverty Law Center is offering legal support to victims, ensuring they have the resources they need. They are also meticulously tracking the spread of these messages to understand their reach. The goal is to identify patterns and potential links to organized hate groups, aiming to dismantle these networks. Echoes of the past. This surge in hate is not new. It is reminiscent of the Trump effect observed during his first presidency. Hate crimes surged after his election in 2016. Many believe his rhetoric emboldened white supremacists. They felt empowered to act on their prejudices. The current situation mirrors that dark period. It raises concerns about a further escalation of violence. The normalization of racist rhetoric has dangerous consequences. It creates a climate where hate can flourish. It is crucial to challenge this normalization at every level. Fighting back. Combating this surge in hate requires a multi-pronged approach. Law enforcement must investigate and prosecute those responsible. Social media companies must do more to curb the spread of hate speech on their platforms. Education is key to dismantling the roots of racism. We need to teach tolerance, empathy, and understanding from a young age. Community support is crucial for victims of these attacks. We cannot allow hate to become the norm. We must stand together and fight for a more just and equitable society. The future of our democracy depends on it. If you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe.